I help you, sir?
The building manager, Bill Simpson, called and said the fourth floor smoke detector died.
Mr. Simpson, no, he didn't tell me anything about it. And right now, he is out having dinner, so perhaps you can come back in an hour.
Look, if a fire starts and the smoke detectors are dead, it's not my fault.
Okay. Just go ahead.
Thank you.
Mr. DeLuca, in your own words, take us through the events of the night of October 11th. The night you saw with your own eyes Frank Tedeschi shoot the victim in cold blood.
Everything just happened so fast, you know? I mean, Frank just rolled up and pow.
Okay, Dino, when you're on the stand, you need to take a lot more time with it, okay? So just take a deep breath, breathe through it, try again.
I remember leaving the club at around 1:45 in the morning. I was heading to my car in the parking lot. That's when I saw Aid.
No, full names, please.
Adriano Valentine, the victim.
Good.
He was at the side of the club in an alleyway. He was just smoking.
Tell us what happened next, Mr. DeLuca. And Dino, this is where you can really take your time with it.
I heard footsteps. It was Frank Tedeschi. He had something in his hand. It was a gun. He raised it up and...
Shots fired, repeat, shots fired. Lock down the area. Get me an ambulance, now!
Hey, good morning, neighbor. You got any milk I can swipe from you? I'm all out at my place.
I can't believe you're even asking.
Ah, lifeblood.
Milk's in the fridge.
Yeah, but I need it for my coffee. I'm also probably gonna need some cereal, too. Man, I had a rough night last night.
Yeah? Late night?
Yeah, that Sandy is a minx. Used my body like a damn scratching post. Organic cranberry flaxseed crunch?
It's Tia's.
You're buying cereal for Tia now? Oh, boy, that's a slippery slope.
It's just a box of cereal, Oz.
Next thing you know, you're making duplicate keys and getting wardrobe approval before you leave the house, my friend.
It's just a box of cereal.
It starts with a cereal box, and it ends with a moving box.
No one's moving anywhere. Right? You know my situation.
What, you mean your complete emotional unavailability, or the fact that...
Good morning.
Hey, well, hey!
Morning, Oz.
Tia, yes. Hi. There's a great robe on you. Is that Toby's? Because it's feminine, and yet has a sort of schlumpy...
And the milk is in the fridge?
Oh, I'm good for milk. I'll get that yogurt. Why didn't I think of that? Yogurt is much better.
Coffee?
I should get going. I'm just gonna cab it home and shower there.
But you live across town.
I don't want to push anything, Toby.
No, you might be late for work.
Don't worry. It's no big deal.
Hey,
Hey,
so
Yeah.
the victim's name is Dino DeLuca.
what's his story?
He was picked up on a charge of money laundering for the mob. It turns out he saw his boss, Frank Tedeschi, kill someone. And so he cut a deal to testify.
Frank Tedeschi, huh? I think I read about him. The cooler. Nobody could catch him.
But she did.
Yes, he's over there. Over there?
That's Crown Prosecutor Krista Ellis. From what I hear, she's a force of nature.
Your client?
I am. I'm responsible for the unit. This is Sergeant McCluskey. She'll be running the investigation.
It's nice to meet you. I hear you had a rough evening. It's fine until someone shot my witness. What's his status?
The bullet perforated his left lung. He went in for surgery. He's in the ICU now.
As long as he lives long enough to testify. You have a line on the shooter?
No, not yet. We searched the place for evidence, but turned up nothing as of yet. We're hoping we can get a description from the doorman.
I don't need the details. I just need this guy off the street.
Yeah, that's my thought exactly. And if we can prove the shooter was working for Frank Tedeschi, you can have him for 2 shootings.
I like the way you think, Mr. Klein. Just don't promise me anything you can't deliver.
We'll deliver.
Good.
Got a little hot in here.
Get to work.
Dr. Wilson, dial 234. Dr. Wilson, dial 234.
Mrs. DeLuca?
Maria.
Special consultant Logan, this is Sergeant McCluskey with the IIB. Can you talk?
He mumbled a few things. He's still recovering from the surgery. The doctor said it was touch and go, but he pushed through.
You know, we need to ask you a few questions about this morning. Do you have any idea who did this to you? Is it Frank Tedeschi? This whole trial hinges on your testimony. We think Frank hired someone to take you out.
Do you know how they knew where you were? Were you in contact with anyone from the Tedeschi organization? Hey, your dad's gonna be all right, okay? He's in very good hands here. So, Tedeschi's a crime boss. It's not what I pictured. He's young, he's got a babe on each arm.
He's the new face of an old organization.
The leader of a new wave of organized crime. What makes him so special?
For one, he studied law at Osgood Hall.
He's a lawyer.
Almost. He dropped out when his old man passed away and took over the family business. But he knows how not to get caught. Speaks in codes, keeps himself insulated.
Like a cooler.
Exactly.
Right.
Dev, what have we got?
Facial composite of our shooter. Seems our guy called ahead, spoke to the building manager, and got enough info to scam his way inside.
Okay, anything from facial recognition?
Nothing. It's not in our database.
What about ballistics?
Yeah, I have them. It's somewhere here.
It's a Dragunov. It's a Russian-made semi-automatic marksman rifle, chambered in 7.62 by 54. It's top of the line.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have here.
Team, meet our guest from down south. This is Special Agent John Burroughs, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Sergeant McCluskey, Special Consultant Logan, and Corporal Clark.
How can we help you, Agent Burroughs?
More about how I can help you. For one thing, I can ID your shooter. This is the only known photo of Tai Ling, Chinese Republican Army, top marksman, discharged in 04. Makes his way over to the U.S., where he's now one of the most sought-after and highly paid freelance hitters.
This is a pretty old photo, so how can you be sure that's our guy?
Same MO, same rifle, it's your guy.
So how does he know about the shooting?
My antenna was up. I tracked Ling to Detroit where he fell off the map. I suspected he crossed the border for a job, so I followed him.
Into our jurisdiction.
That's right.
He went through all the proper channels, Michelle.
I did. With your permission, I'd like to piggyback this case.
In my experience with the FBI, piggyback is just another word for hijack.
With all due respect, Sergeant, aren't you looking a gift horse in the mouth?
Michelle, sidebar. Save your breath. It's a done deal. Burroughs is gonna piggyback.
How did this happen?
How do you think? Their suits talked to our suits, horses were traded, backs were scratched.
And whose back was scratched? Martel?
That woman collects political favors like a kid collects comic books. The good news for you is that Burroughs has been working the Ling case for years. He can be a real asset.
Yeah, it's one word for him.
Remember, you're driving this investigation. He's in the back seat.
And Toby's gift, I'm supposed to just keep that a secret?
Well, you kept it from me for a number of... You'll figure it out.
What are you bringing to the table?
I'm a specialist, muscle recognition, lie detection.
A face reader? What method you use, Denninger?
No. I read the frequency of lateral eye movement, the change in breath. We call it the Logan method.
I teach face reading at the Bureau, but I'm not in for it. In my opinion, it's a sideshow act. All due respect.
So, looks like we're gonna be working together.
Brian, let's get started. I got a lot of ideas on how to approach
Yeah, I
it.
bet you do, and I can't wait to hear all of them. But right now, we're gonna go talk to Tedeschi. He's under house arrest.
Shouldn't we wait for the rest of your unit?
This is the unit. So, Burroughs, you're the world's leading expert on Tai Ling. What's he thinking right now?
Thing's proud. He'll blame the botched hit on equipment failure. He'll recalibrate, buy new equipment. If I ran this investigation, I'd be working that angle.
Dev, check out the gun ranges of black market dealers.
Okay, will do.
Like it or not, Burroughs, I'm in charge of this unit. So when we go talk to Tedeschi, you hang back and listen. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, good timing. Nice.
Nice boots.
Look, I read the paper, I read the lies about me, but I can only concern myself with what I know to be true. I'm a legitimate businessman.
By legitimate, you mean running your father's criminal organization?
My father, rest in peace, was accused of some questionable activities. Sure. Me? Never committed a crime in my life. I stay far away from trouble.
Now, somebody put a bullet in your leg in '07. You must not be very good at staying away from trouble.
Well, what can I say? I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Who's this guy?
Agent Burroughs is assisting in this investigation. Look, we don't want to waste your time, okay? This is a photo of the shooter.
Name's Tai Ling.
Do you recognize him?
Number 4. Break. Never seen the guy before in my life.
You, of all people, should know if you want to cut a deal, you need to start talking.
Who the hell okayed this, huh? Who?
I don't know.
Didn't I say not now? I told you I don't know anything about this shooting. I have no reason to be afraid of Dino DeLuca. The man is a liar. And my lawyer over here is going to pick his story apart. I did not shoot my friend, Adriano. And I damn sure didn't hire this Tai Ling. I'm a businessman. I don't order hits.
Come on, Frank. According to your file, you're suspected of ordering more than a dozen hits.
You know what you can do with that file, right?
Now, why don't you show me?
Okay, we're done here.
Show me.
Burroughs.
Just calling you.
Thank you. So he lied. He knows Ling. Calls him number 4.
Tedeschi speaks in codes, so maybe we can use that.
So you get some good face reads?
I did, yeah. Tedeschi told his boys to leave Dino alone, at least until the trial was over.
You got that from some lateral eye movements? You gotta be kidding me.
What the hell were you doing in there?
Hey, all due respect, I'm not gonna sit on my hands and watch the Logan method guide this investigation. What kind of unit is it?
This unit has the best solve ratio out of any federal police agency. So you know what? You can either go back to your hotel room and hang out by yourself, or you can ride with us and stick with the program.
Understood.
Ling was just made talking to a gun dealer in Chinatown. I'm gonna drop you off there, see what you can find out.
Yeah, well, I am done with the program, man.
I think she likes me. Get in the car, Burroughs.
So what have you got? Well, we know Tedeschi speaks in codes. We think that we have the one he uses for Ling.
Yeah, I searched back through the wiretaps that you provided us with, and I think I found something.
Want to order number 4? Go to the main. They make a number 4.
24 hours later, a rival gang member was murdered by a sniper using a Dragunov. So if ordering a number 4 means hiring Ling, then all we have to do is find out where the main is.
Not where, who? Elio Bruni, often referred to as the main, does Tedeschi's dirty work. He's ambitious, recently moved up in the organization. Now he's right up at the top, near the throne.
Well, is it possible this guy hired Ling?
Anything's possible, but don't take your focus off Tedeschi. I've gone through a lot to get him where I want him. I can't have him passing the blame off on an underling.
Understood.
I'll leave it with you.
Have a good day. Now, she's not gonna want to hear this, but I got Ellie on a read. I think we should talk to him.
Let's make it happen.
Yes. I understand. I'm gonna make it right. Don't call again.
Klein, I think your team might be sniffing around the wrong trees.
Losing faith already?
I want the man who shot my witness. I don't do patience.
I get it. It's an important case, and you want to know it's under control. And it is. As much as it can be. Trust me.
Is it true what they say about you?
What do they say about me?
No matter what people throw at you, you always wind up on top.
I don't play to lose. You know, you have your own reputation.
Do I?
They say that you always get your man.
Well, I guess that's to be determined. Why don't we be in touch later? You can keep me updated on the case.
Yeah, I'll call you.
My client is here as a gesture of goodwill. He's a respected businessman and a pillar of his community.
Your client has been arrested half a dozen times on charges ranging from racketeering to grievous assault. Please sit.
And never convicted, not once. The Goodwill clock's running. So if you ask my client a question I don't like...
Yeah, I get it. We understand that you're friends with Frank Tedeschi.
Yeah, I know him, if that's what you mean.
What about Adriano Valentine? Is he friends with Frank?
Frank's a very popular guy.
And here's to you, Frankie. May the gods of wealth and success keep smiling on you.
Are you going somewhere with this?
We're just trying to figure out who's friends with who.
Tedeschi's off the table. Move on.
Okay. You ever seen this guy before?
Never seen him before.
So, Elio, you're saying you've never spoken to Ling, that money's never changed hands?
Do not respond to that question. Meter's expired. Let's go, Elio.
We know you're the man with the hookup, Elio. We just need to know how to order a number 4. I mean, you ordered a number 4, didn't you?
Yeah, I can hook you up. I'll get him to call you.
Next time you want to talk to my client, you'll need a warrant.
I saw a webpage. You got a partial on the logo. Looks something like that.
A whirlpool with a mouth. That looks like the daughter of Hades and Poseidon.
Charybdis.
No, too.
You know Greek mythology?
No, I know internet.
Right.
Look. This is Charybdis, the most anonymous subnet on the web. It's an underground haven for hackers, freaks, and all-around baddies. Its activity's untraceable. It's impossible for law enforcement to get past this page.
Okay, well, if it's impossible, then how?
Well, they stole the coding for the firewall from a certain handsome yet humble underground hacker, me. There's 2 things to know. 1, I always leave a back door, and 2, karma is a bitch.
You know what? I think I might know Ling's handle. Try friend _ need.
Okay, that could be him.
Yeah, look at the characters on the side. The sequencing is consistent. It's 2 sets of 3 and then 4.
Phone numbers.
Yeah.
Burner phones?
If we can find the most recent one, we can maybe find our guy. Okay, I got one in Seattle. It's dead. One from Detroit. It's dead. Okay, here, I got one from Toronto. It was activated this morning.
Okay, when you get the location, text it to me. Call ETF and have them meet us at the scene. We'll go pick up Burroughs.
Beautiful night, huh? How'd it go with the gun dealer?
Nothing concrete, but it seems Ling's been doing some restocking. He's picked up some ammo for the Dragonov, and he's added a SIG, a shotgun, and some knives.
It's pretty serious.
He missed the first time. He won't miss again. What do we got?
We got the room number of the guy who fits our description. 237. Night manager thinks he's in there now.
All right, let's do this.
No, we wait for tactical.
Been there, done that. I almost had him in Denver, but I lost him. I did not come this far to lose him again.
Bros, if your intel is right, he's got a lot of firepower. We can't take him on our own.
No, I can. It's not my first rodeo.
We wait for tactical. Toby, can I have a minute?
Yeah.
So, when they get
Another
here,
drill, you can save your breath.
Burroughs! What the hell are you doing? I told you to wait.
Wait if you want, but I'm going in.
You can't go in alone.
Then watch my 6.
Shell, don't open the door. It's booby trap.
Tai Ling in a nutshell. Simple, deadly, impossible to predict. But somehow you knew. From the ground level, without ever seeing the door, you knew it was booby-trapped. How is that exactly?
I saw Ling in his car. Got a good look at his face, and I had a feeling. Don't tell me the Logan method. You're welcome.
So, Ling paid the manager a couple $100 to warn him if anyone came looking for him.
It's Denver all over again. We should have acted faster.
I'm sorry, are you actually trying to blame this on me?
It's not about blame. It's
to bet the facts, and the fact is, Sergeant, you overthought this.
Excuse me?
Look, we wasted 60 seconds arguing about what to do. Gave Ling enough time to get out of the room.
No, he already had the gun set up a minute earlier and we would be dead.
We almost had him.
We almost got killed.
All right, you guys done? Ling was here, in this room, which means we're close. We can get this guy, but we gotta pull in the same direction.
You guys want the good news or the bad news?
Good news.
All right, I got the call history on Ling's burner phone. He only received one call from a place called the Journey's End on Atlas Drive.
Atlas Drive, where's that?
Well, you turn left at the airport, you keep driving until you hit the middle of nowhere.
It's a perfect place to sequester a family in Whitpro, like the Lucas family.
So wait, the call to Ling came from the same place where DeLuca's family is?
Simplest explanation is it's one of the guards. They're all kept in the loop on the unit's movement, so if one of them's working with Ling...
Well, we don't actually think that Ling's gonna make a move on DeLuca's family, do we?
No way, that's not his style.
Okay, well, we're not going to take any chances. I want to replace the police detail with our guys. Bring DeLuca's family into IIB holding, okay?
Okay.
Try to pick up on Ling's trail.
Okay. Why don't you go home, get some rest?
Will you give me a ride?
Yes. Come on.
Thanks for dropping me at home.
Please, that's the least I could do. Thank you for meeting with me to discuss the case.
Well, I have no problems mixing business with a little bit of pleasure. Especially with a man who knows his way around the wine list.
I just picked my price point. You know, I was just trying to impress you. Let's see, sorry. Michelle thinks that someone inside the police detail might be compromised, possibly feeding Ling information about DeLuca and his family.
No. I vetted those men myself.
Still, we should do our due diligence. We should check those men again.
I don't want you to take your eyes off the prize, Alvin. The case is Tedeschi. He hired the shooter. How hard can it be to get me proof?
Agent Burroughs said that Ling's going rate is $100,000. We've been all over Tedeschi's financials. There's no sign of...
I don't care how you do it. Just get me something, anything. I'm sorry. That was lack of sleep. Looming trial makes me very cranky.
Please don't apologize. I've been there.
You know, Alvin, it just so happens that I have a 2003 Bordeaux from Saint-Julien just sitting on my shelf.
That's a $100 bottle of wine.
Are you tempted?
Dark fruits, violets, hint of cedar, long, robust finish. I could be convinced.
Are you drifting too? See the wheels turning up there?
This DeLuca case. We're hitting brick walls.
Doesn't surprise me. This whole case stinks.
Should not be talking about an open investigation with you.
I'm not talking about the open investigation. I'm talking about the one that's supposedly closed.
With the Tedeschi murder trial?
You don't think it's weird that a man so calculating would shoot someone so carelessly?
Prosecutor Ellis seems to think he did.
Oh, Alice. She hasn't broken bread with mob bosses. I have. Word on the street is that Tedeschi had no beef with Valentine. He loved him like a brother.
Well, it's kind of hard to see why you'd kill someone he loves so much.
But
That's not our case. You know, it's not the case we're working on.
you don't know that for sure.
Probably work. You got some show. What? Yeah, I got it.
Hey, what's up?
I'm at the hospital. DeLuca's awake now. He can talk. Do you want to meet me here?
Yeah, I'll be there in 20.
Okay, great.
Hey, where are you going?
Home.
Home. Why?
Because I don't think you're comfortable having me stay over.
No, I apologize. Okay, what you heard me say to Oz, that's complicated. I just have a lot of bad luck with relationships, but not to say I'm gonna have bad luck with you.
It's okay. You know what? Sometimes things can move too fast, so let's just keep it casual.
Okay.
Don't want your friends to get the wrong idea.
Nothing here, sir.
I want these seats out of here. Pop the trunk.
Anything? No, sir.
So Dev and I poured over the police detail. Nothing, they're good.
Anything from Burroughs?
Yeah, he's working with forensics right now. They recovered Ling's vehicle, searched it for evidence, but nothing. Ling's good. You okay? You seem distracted.
I'm fine. Let's talk to DeLuca.
Dino?
Hi. We were here earlier. You may not remember us.
No, I don't.
I wanted to show you the shooter.
That's him? That's the guy Tedeschi hired to shoot me?
Well, we haven't been able to prove that Tedeschi was the one who hired him.
And who the hell did?
We're not sure yet. We're hoping that you can help us with this. You were inside the operation.
I handled some of the money. I never hurt anyone. I never saw anyone get hurt till that night.
Tell us what you saw the night of the shooting, October the 11th. What did you see?
Why do you want to know?
Why do you want to know?
Just stay with me on this. Well, it might have some relevance to what's happened to you here. What did you see, Dino?
Just like I said in the report. I was in the parking lot. Aid was in the alley smoking, and Frank came out of the shadows.
Did you see his face?
Of course I saw his face. He raised the gun. Pow. Aid went down.
So he was moving quickly.
No, Tedeschi limps.
Can we talk for a minute? Why are you asking about a limp?
The shooter ran from the alleyway. No impediment.
Okay, if you're right, Tedeschi didn't kill Valentine.
Right. The prosecution's case is a house of cards.
What's your status, Burroughs?
I haven't been tried yet, so today's a good day.
Where are we at with Ling?
He's gone to ground. Luke is getting transferred to the courthouse in a few hours. Ling will make his move then. I'll be there waiting with the SWAT team and a smile. Michelle?
Yeah.
My office? Walk me through this.
Well, the police want Tedeschi for the murder, but they can't make it stick.
Right, so they bring in everyone associated with the organization, including DeLuca, and they sweat him.
And they find evidence of money laundering.
They use that as leverage, plea him out, and put DeLuca in witness protection as long as he gives them Tedeschi.
So what's the problem? DeLuca lied. He said he saw a man running from the scene, but Tedeschi limps.
You're sure?
Yeah, we checked his medical records. He's got severe nerve damage in his left leg. There's no way he could have ran.
Because if I go to the Crown Prosecutor to tell her that her star witness is lying, I'm gonna need proof.
We'll get you proof.
I don't understand why DeLuca makes that move. Why does he pin murder on his boss? Just to skate on the money laundering charge?
Maybe he's making his move within the organization.
Or maybe someone got to him. An overzealous cop, someone from the Crown Prosecutor's office.
Those are serious accusations, Michelle.
I know, I'm just saying I think we need to reopen the case.
3 hours before the trial? You do know what you're saying.
Yes, I do. And I know it's not the smart career move, but I think we have to do the right thing here.
That's if you think that clearing Tedeschi's name is the right thing to do.
That's not our decision to make. The question before us is this. If Tedeschi isn't the shooter, then who is? Find me the answer to that question. Quickly.
Okay, let's go back to the basics here. Who was there the night of the murder and who had motive?
Well, I think Tedeschi's off the table.
And so is DeLuca.
Ellis said Elio had a lot of ambition.
A lot of people do, but that doesn't make them automatically murderers.
But when I read him, I had this feeling, I don't know, just the way he watched Tedeschi treat Adriano with so much respect and trust. It's like he envied him, you know? He wanted his spot at the top.
Dev, I know the police already looked at Elio as a possible suspect, but...
I know what you're gonna say. I'll reopen the case and see if they missed anything.
Great.
So Tedeschi really is the new face of organized crime. Paul says he finished top 5% at Osgood Hall.
Yeah, he was on his way to becoming a top-flight criminal lawyer, and then he gave it all up to join the family business.
Well, his old man died. Maybe he felt an obligation.
Yeah, I don't understand how you go from studying law to becoming a mob boss. You know, I don't get that mental switch.
What's the difference between a lawyer and a gangster? Trick question. Don't answer that.
I think there are certain lines that you do not cross, even if it is for family.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, you went pretty far for your old man.
I never broke the law.
Well, the line is different for everyone. I mean, take Tedeschi. He probably thinks he's never crossed the line. And you know what? For a mob boss, he's kept his hands pretty clean.
That's because he has soldiers like Elio doing the dirty work for him.
Go inside now. Go. Go. Got my lawyer on speed dial. Elio, get over to the house ASAP. The IIB is harassing me.
Oh, relax. We just want to talk to you for a minute.
I got nothing to say to you.
We're just curious, Elio.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But what?
Why you shot Adriano Valentine?
Let me tell you a little something about Valentine. My blood brother. I would go to the ends of the earth for you.
You insane, pal? I had no beef with Valentine. I like the guy.
Yeah, but he had what you wanted, man. He was closer to the throne, the money, the power.
You killed Valentine to move closer to Tedeschi. But now Tedeschi's going down for the murder. Wasn't smart planning, was it?
Keeping your old friend Dino from talking is gonna get him killed.
Shut up.
Don't get mad at us. You're the one who's going to make those children fatherless. I mean, if you cared at all...
You got no idea what you're talking about. I care about that family.
Yeah, if you cared, you'd do something about it.
We can't take it anymore. It has to stop.
I can put you in touch with a guy who can solve this problem. That's my lawyer. He's on his way. Ciao.
So he gave the Ling hookup to Dino's wife, Maria.
What, she hired Ling to kill her husband?
That's what I'm thinking. In my read, I saw Maria outside Elio's house. It was late at night. Looked like she'd been crying.
Do you think there's something going on between the two of them?
No, that wasn't the vibe at all. It was more desperate, like she had nowhere else to go. She said she couldn't take it anymore, that it had to stop.
And what had to stop?
Well, I mean, you gotta think Tedeschi was probably threatening the family.
So she goes to Elio. He gives her the hookup to Ling. She thinks we're so busy looking at Tedeschi that we would never even consider her to be a suspect.
And once the dust settles, she goes to Tedeschi and says, "You owe me."
And he sets her up for life.
It's a strong motive. She gets rid of Dino and all her problems go away.
So is her husband.
Well, a lot of women kill their husbands.
I don't know, maybe if the wives hate their husbands. Did you get that vibe from her?
Not necessarily, no, but I got the sense that she's a smart woman and she would do anything to protect her kids.
What's going on? Is Dino okay? Did something happen?
No, he's fine. Just need to ask you a few questions about you and Dino.
About us? What do you want to know?
Would you say that you two have a happy marriage?
Yes. I love my husband. He's a good man and a very good father. Why are you asking me this?
Why'd you hire a man to kill him?
Don't tell me to calm down. You missed the goddamn target.
Maria, we know you called the shooter from the journey's end.
You think I called him? Why would I do that?
Well, that's what we want to know.
Well, you're asking the wrong person. I think I need to get back to my kids.
We know you hired a man to kill your husband.
The father of my children. You think I want to make them fatherless? Don't you get it? All I want is for my kids to be safe.
Tell your husband to play ball.
Leave me alone.
You care about your children? Don't think I'm bluffing.
We know you've been through a lot. We're here to help you. We know you've been threatened.
What do you know about that?
We know the Crown Prosecutor threatened you and your family.
She said Dino wasn't being smart. She said it was up to me to talk sense into Dino to make him say what she wanted him to say.
Or what?
She'd tell Tedeschi's people where we were hidden.
And if you refused?
She'd go to Children's Aid, and she'd have him take my kids and put them in a home. Do you know what happens to kids in those places? They get hurt. And nobody's gonna hurt my children. Nobody.
Sure. I just read her telling Ling that he hit the wrong target.
So Dino isn't the target.
The Crown Prosecutor.
Fine. Where are we at with Alice?
I keep getting her voicemail. The trial starts any minute. She's got to be around that courthouse.
I'm trying to get a hold of her assistant right now.
Okay, well, call me as soon as you get her location.
Come on, let's go. We'll clear this area. Clear enough. All clear.
Is he good? Good?
Yeah.
Packages leaving the station. I repeat, packages leaving the station. En route to delivery.
Yeah, we're good.
Michelle, the assistant says that Ellis's phone must be off. Something about she likes to focus before a big trial.
Well, she's about to lose her focus.
Okay, alert the courthouse security. If they get Ling in their sights, they're not to engage unless absolutely necessary.
Copy that.
Okay, call Burroughs. Tell him that Ellis is the target, then have him call my cell.
Eyewitness testimony.
Tedeschi.
Copy that. Change of plans. Get DeLuca back in his room, lock him down. Don't move until I tell you otherwise. I'm on the move. Michelle, Dev just told me that DeLuca's not the target. What's your 20?
We're en route to the courthouse.
Okay, this is what you want to look for. Ling wants a 4 to 6 story low-rise with a rear fire escape if possible. He'll want the sun behind him.
No, I know the building. It's all open sky down there. There's no sniper shot.
He's going to get up close and personal.
He might even try a walk-by with a silencer.
The trial starts in 20 minutes.
Must be why he's biding his time. He's going to kill her before the trial to make a point.
I need you down there now.
Look, I'm en route, but he will not let you take him, understand?
Well, then I won't give him a choice. Toby?
I'm on it.
She actually had the nerve to say
The pharmacy. He likes me.
Going to finish this.
There.
IIB, drop your weapon! Drop it. Hands behind your head.
Calm down. You're making a mistake.
Shelly's got a knife.
Get up. Burroughs. Looks like Christmas came early for you.
Hi, Ling. So we finally meet. Oh, I get it. You're not real talkative. I will get caught up in DC.
So? How does it feel?
It's been a long chase, McCluskey. Can't believe it's actually over.
Well, I'm sure you'll find something to fill the emptiness inside.
That dry Canadian wit, I'm gonna miss that. But hey, it takes time for extradition papers. So I'm free tonight. Drinks.
I'll let you know.
What do you say, face reader? I got a chance with her?
Nice working with you, Agent Burroughs.
What's going on? No one's answering my calls.
The trial's been suspended.
What?
Pending the IIB investigation into the alleged misconduct of the prosecutor.
So, Tedeschi walks free and I'm being investigated?
Save it, Krista. It's over.
Oh no, it's only just begun. You think I'm gonna lay down and take this? I'm gonna fight you every step of the way.
You've already lost. We know what you've done. You are aware that you were the target all along. That your obsession very nearly got you killed.
I only did what I had to do to take a dangerous man off the streets.
And advance your career.
Actually, I was trying to make a difference.
But you crossed the line.
I didn't take you for the idealistic type, Alvin.
I'll spare you the cuffs. Can you escort her from the building, please?
Yes, sir. Yep.
We know you killed Valentine.
Don't know anything, you'll never prove it.
Maybe, but we can prove that you gave Maria the hookup to Ling, which makes you an accessory to attempted homicide.
Did I talk to my lawyer?
Yeah, I bet you do.
All her friends tell me she's got a halo.
So how was your day?
Okay, well, long story. Boring.
I don't need the little details. Just give me the takeaway.
Takeaway. Well, takeaway. Let's see. Don't be blinded by your obsessions. Don't push too hard. Learn to let go.
Wait, so it's about knowing when to let go and not get too close.
Hey, so what you did there? You made it about us.
I thought I was being subtle. Wait, Wait. If we fall into bed again, that means that I will be sleeping over again.
Uh-huh.
What will your friend think?
Well, I think I don't care what my friend thinks. I think that you and I can beat the odds. I think that this thing,
Wait, this thing?
yeah, can go all the way.
Oh, that was almost romantic.
Yeah.
Unit 213, responding to storage facility fire, 298 McClellan.
Where's the manager?
Right here.
We gotta make sure these lockers don't contain anything combustible. I need them open. Give me that.
What is this, an antiques warehouse? This power off, somebody's meat's gonna go bad.
Sir?
Number one guaranteed way of dealing with stress.
I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way home.
Come on, I know you're working hard, but it can't be that bad.
It's easy for you to say. Management's killing me.
Your management? What are you talking about?
Toby, we got 100 patients coming through every single day, and I'm the one that has to make sure it doesn't go off the rails. Can we please stop?
You gotta chill, Oz. There's a job you signed up for. You're not EMS anymore.
You didn't understand, okay? Those patients are being brought in by our people. If one of them screws up, I'm the one that has to act. I gotta take him to Ryder. Maybe I gotta get him fired. The responsibility is crushing me.
You got the shoulders for it. I'm high. You got the runner's high?
I got the run. I want to throw up.
All right.
You gotta cross that edge, you know?
I crossed it hours ago.
I could get used to this.
It's all part of my plan to distract you from those murderers and spies and tax evaders and get you addicted to pleasure and keep you from myself.
You do realize I don't actually catch tax evaders, right?
You know? You know what I mean.
I think I do. I think you need to maybe try again.
Yeah?
You're right. What is it that I actually do?
You know, we got to enjoy this while we can. Who knows how long it'll be until we have a little rugrat jumping on the bed just when we want to have some quality time.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I just thought you and I should have a kid someday, no?
Are you serious? You're serious right now, aren't you?
Yeah. No?
I don't know. I mean, I never. Us? Parents?
Happens all the time, Nish. Why not for us?
Is that you or me?
It's you. $10 says it's Klein.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Yes, I'm on my way in.
Saved by the bell.
It's work.
Oh, I know. We should talk about this, though.
We'll talk.
Oh, we'll do more than that.
Okay, we're responding to a direct request from CSIS. A John Doe was discovered in a storage unit, murdered apparently. It was rented under a false ID and paid for a year in advance in cash.
What does that have to do with us?
Well, the unit was full of stolen goods, including this laptop, which belongs to the CEO of Optican Informatics, Lorraine Browning.
Well, since when do we deal with stolen laptops?
Browning's company is one of the fastest growing defense contractors on the continent.
She's got 4 open contracts with the Department of National Defense. We believe that laptop contains secrets that are vital to national security.
But we have the computer right here.
Right, so what I didn't tell you is that in her robbery report, she never declared it missing. Now, CSIS and the DND want to know why. So far, our investigations have revealed that none of the intelligence is compromised, but we're going to have Dev do a more detailed investigation.
So you think this murder has something to do with it?
Well, until we can prove it doesn't, let's assume that it does, okay? Dev, present for you.
Ooh.
Anything on the contents of that storage unit?
Our people are fingerprinting the stolen goods. Hopefully, they can ID the thief.
What about the victim?
We're still waiting on autopsy results, but with no visible signs of violence, I'm thinking that maybe he was reaching in for a cherry freeze pop and just sort of fell in.
Okay, we need to find out who had access to that computer and what they might have got from it. As for you two...
We find out why Browning hid the fact that she lost sensitive government tech and did not report it.
That's just what I was going to say.
Well, that's just what we'll do.
You and your wife have a lovely home, Mr. Van Zandt.
Thank you. You can call me Tom. My wife is expecting you. Lorraine?
Miss Browning, I'm Sergeant McCluskey. This is Special Consultant Logan.
Hello.
Oh, when we had the break-in, one officer came and asked us 5 questions, and we never heard from him again. You find my laptop, and suddenly we have 2 detectives?
There was also a dead body found at the scene.
Lucky we weren't home when we were robbed.
We don't know who the victim is or why he was killed. We're hoping that you can help us with this.
Why would we know?
Can we speak with you privately?
My husband and executive assistant can hear anything.
I'm sorry, you are?
Charlie Setti. I've been with Ms. Browning for the last 6 years.
The government is concerned that information from your laptop may have been compromised.
The device is encrypted with military-grade cryptographic security. It's unlikely someone who's stealing silverware could break into it.
Do you know this man?
I've never seen him. Who is he?
He's the victim. He was found in a freezer in the thief's locker.
You're saying the thief is also a murderer?
Why didn't you report the theft?
My computer's a brick without the passwords. I had a new device the next day. I need to get it back. What else of my things were you able to recover?
So far, just the laptop.
I thought you were bringing it back.
As soon as forensics is through with it, yes. It doesn't seem like it's that important to you, though.
I had family photos I didn't back up. I'd like to have them.
Is there anything on the computer that has to do with Optican Informatics work for the federal government?
All classified information is on an internal network. It can't be accessed without my passwords.
Well, is it possible the information could be transferred to an SD card?
You're saying you found a data card?
No. Was there a card in the computer at the time of the theft?
No. I just don't understand your line of questioning.
You'll have to excuse Ms. Browning. She needs to leave for a business meeting in 5 minutes.
Thank you. She doesn't know the dead guy. Mostly she's upset about the laptop.
Why did you ask about the SD card?
Well, when you asked her about sensitive information, I saw her put an SD card into a laptop. I saw spreadsheets, figures. I couldn't figure it out.
So Lorraine Browning is lying.
Yeah.
We need to figure out why. Did we get anything from Browning's laptop?
Emails, corporate PR, accounting details. Absolutely nothing for anyone to be killed over, though. But she was right. The security was top-notch. I mean, I had to use a high-level brute force cracking algorithm just to get into it.
So the thief didn't get in?
No, but someone sure tried pretty hard.
No, Dev, she was also worried about an SD card.
Yeah, when I was checking the buffers, I noticed that one had been inserted into the laptop, but its contents weren't saved to the hard drive, so whatever's on it is still a mystery.
And something she was concerned about. What is she hiding?
Dev, can you find out more about the projects Browning's company is working on for the DND? I mean, whatever is on that card has to be incredibly important.
Right. So our man in the freezer, he was wearing glasses. They were Trapani frames. Only 4 stores in the city carry them. I sent his prescription out a little while ago. It looks like I got a hit. Meet Nick Marcus.
Yeah, that's our boy.
He's married. So what, his wife didn't put out a missing persons report?
Maybe she's not missing him.
Paula King? Yeah? IIB.
What's going on?
We need to speak with you privately. It's about your husband.
Paula, if you need me to stay.
I'll be okay, Mike.
Call me.
Can we speak with you inside?
Yep.
We're sorry to have to bring you this news. Your husband was murdered. His body was found early this morning.
Where? In Mexico?
Here, in a storage locker.
When was the last time you saw him?
6 months ago. He went out to work and I got a text. Goodbye. It's over. Keep the house. That was it. I never saw him again. All this time, I thought he left me.
You thought that he was in Mexico?
He talked a lot about packing it in and going down in Baja. And the Mohawk police found his car parked on the Akwesasne Reserve the next day. I just figured he was on his way south. He'd been distant in the last couple of years. Some nights he wouldn't come home, wouldn't say where he was. I got the text and just figured he'd moved on. I moved on too.
Well, it's possible he never sent the text. Whoever killed him might have sent it to cover it up.
Do you know who killed him?
We believe the killer may have committed a series of home thefts. Possibly someone Nick knew or was in contact with.
Did he have any enemies?
He hardly had any real friends. He worked all the time. You could ask his boss at the mortgage company, but he didn't know anything when I called him.
What's his boss's name?
Roger London, London Mortgage Group. What the hell was he up to? Even after he's dead, he's keeping secrets.
Who was the man outside?
Mike Sexton.
Did Nick and Mike know each other?
No. We met a month after Nick left. Walking my dog in the park, and we just started talking. He's a good guy. Actually talks to me, nothing like Nick.
Well, we're sorry to have brought you the news.
If you can think of anything else, please give us a call.
Okay, so maybe Marcuson was having an affair.
Right. He's at his girlfriend's house. When it gets robbed, he confronts the thief, loses the battle, ends up getting stuffed into a locker with all the merchandise.
Cheating husband winds up dead. You know who's usually responsible, right?
You know, I read Paula when she found out he was dead. I mean, she seemed genuine. As far as I can see, she's telling the truth.
Well, she certainly got over him fast. I mean, she started seeing him a month after Nick disappeared?
So how long does someone have to wait when they've been abandoned? And besides, you think that she could actually kill him and physically stuff him into the locker?
I don't know.
Clark.
So Paula King was seeing a guy named Mike Sexton. I need you to run down his particulars.
Oh, with all my free time, right?
Dev.
Okay. There's something that you need to know. I compared Nick Marcuson's driver's license signature with the application to rent the storage locker, and they match.
You're saying that Nick rented the locker?
Yeah. And his fingerprints were all over the stolen goods inside of it.
So he's not only our victim, he's our thief.
So Nick steals a locker full of valuables.
Over a 12-month period until his disappearance in June of this year.
And then he winds up dead and stuffed into a freezer.
So why does somebody kill Nick but not take any of the valuables?
My gut is telling me that it has something to do with that SD card. I've been looking for a connection to security-sensitive projects that Lorraine's company has been working on. 2 of them are military telecom systems, another one is a robotics weapons control system, and another 2 missile guidance systems. I'm still checking to see if any of this stuff has been spotted out in the wild.
Okay, what about the storage place? Is there anything from the surveillance footage?
No, it's a dead end. The security cameras are erased every 10 days. However, what we do know is that somebody had the codes to get in and out of that locker.
Meaning the killer must have known Nick.
Well, Paula mentioned that Nick hung out with his boss. What do we have on Nick's boss?
Roger London. He was charged with battery about 3 years ago. He had to do a year of anger management classes.
See, maybe he knew about Nick's side business. Maybe he was a part of it.
Maybe Roger's anger management problems got the best of Nick. Do we have an address?
We specialize in second mortgages on high-end properties.
People who like to spend a bit more than their 6-figure paychecks?
Yeah, something like that.
And what exactly did Nick do here?
Well, he was our property evaluator. Before I give out a cent, I need to know that I'll be able to get it back eventually.
Did any clients have any problems with him?
This business isn't about making friends. Everybody thinks that their homes are worth more than we value them at, and we wind up foreclosing on some of them, but business is business, right?
Yeah, was he good at what he did?
He knew what stuff was worth. Never gave me a bad evaluation. Now, if you're asking if he was the hardest worker ever, well, that's another question. Once he was out on the road doing evals and he disappeared for half a day. Sometimes he never showed up at all.
When was the last time he showed up for work?
Well, he disappeared when I was on vacation in Hawaii. I came back and found him gone. He just left everything in his office and vanished.
Did you wonder where he went?
He left me with over 3 weeks worth of assessments to get covered. I didn't have too much time to worry about it.
Well, you don't seem to care that one of your employees was murdered.
He just worked here. He kept his private life private, like a ghost, you know? It's hard to feel too much for him.
Did Nick have anything that could suggest he was living beyond his means? Maybe another source of income?
Look, the guy just worked here. I never noticed anything.
Thank you for your time. Be in touch.
It's a nice watch. Rolex, huh? Roger London lied to us. The Rolex he was wearing, he stole from Nick Markison.
So London could be our killer.
And Markison's partner? Think about it, property evaluators, that's great cover for a couple of thieves.
Markison scopes out the houses and then brings the information to London.
They recon it, they rob the place, and they put the goods into a storage locker.
But London doesn't want to share. I mean, that sounds like motive.
He takes the car, he drops it off at the reserve, he hops a flight to Hawaii, and then he sends a text to the wife for an alibi.
I'll have Dev look into them.
Okay, guys, interesting news. I've checked into all of Markison's robberies, and they were all within a block and a half of his property assessments.
That is interesting. So maybe the job was just a front for him to scope out targets to rob.
Seems like.
Okay, I need Metro's itemized list of all of the stolen goods that are still missing.
So if any of those items show up, maybe that'll give us a glimpse into Nick's secret life.
I'll make up an alert to send out to pawn shops and antique dealers.
I saw Roger London wearing a Rolex watch that I think he stole from Nick.
So you think that London killed Markison now?
Well, he's definitely a suspect, along with Lorraine Browning and her husband.
Okay, her maybe, but the husband is a world-class surgeon. He funds hospitals in Haiti. In fact, he was there at the time of Markison's disappearance.
Well, the thing we know is that Lorraine Browning is missing the SD card that was stolen with her computer. And whatever's on that SD card, she is desperate to get it back.
Okay, well, for what it's worth, the autopsy results came in. Okay, Markison's death may have not been planned.
What?
The victim fell or was hit in the left temple, and the shape and the placement of the bruising, they match a chest that was found in the locker. So he could have been in a scuffle, or he could have just slipped and fell and hit his head.
Yeah, it ruptured his middle meningeal artery. And the blood pushes against the dura mater, and he dies of epidural hematoma. It doesn't take much.
See? So it could have been an accident.
I will look into it.
Yeah, even if it was an accident, someone still hid the body. Okay, you read that Markison had stuff hidden all over his office, right? Maybe he did the same thing at home.
From what I read, but I don't think his wife knew about it.
Well, he wasn't big on sharing. I think it's worth it to do a once-over at her house. Which means, Dev, we're gonna need a search warrant.
Oz, hey.
Hey, Toby, what's up?
Look, we had a death from an epidural hematoma. Can you give me Dr. Sanda's number?
Oh, yeah, sure, I can get that for you. Hey, let me get you the number. I'll call you back, okay? Right back. Hey, what gives? You dropped off your patient an hour ago. You're supposed to be back on the road.
Just needed a little downtime. It's all good.
It's all good? Is that what you want me to tell the people waiting for a pickup? You know, I've already had a complaint about you this week. I don't want to have to talk to your supervisor.
Come on, you got my back, right, Ozzy?
First of all, don't call me Ozzy. And second...
we'll talk later. Okay, buddy?
Oz, seriously, are you just gonna let him get away with that? Hospital has to know you're in charge.
Yeah, but, you know, we're friends, too. I'm his boss. It's weird.
Okay, your job is on the line. If you don't start acting like the boss, people are gonna start taking advantage of you.
So what do you want me to do?
Just toughen up. Yeah? Take charge. Put on your big boy pants.
Big boy pants?
Big boy pants.
All right.
Okay?
Put on my big boy pants. Like the sound of that. Big boy pants.
The upstairs bathroom's clear.
Why are you people pulling my house apart?
Is there anything more you can tell us about Nick in the days leading up to his disappearance? Any unusual behavior?
He was in a good mood. That's why it hurt so much when he left. I thought he'd been happy thinking about leaving me. Now, I don't know what to think.
Did he have a safe deposit box?
Not that I know about.
What about any other property?
I don't know. Look, I told you. It's like he had this whole other life.
What happened to his car?
I sold it. Look, I have told you everything I know. What else do you want from me?
We think that Nick was responsible for the thefts.
Oh my God. Where are you going? Where did that money come from?
Don't worry about it, Paula. I've got things under control. Paula. I came as soon as I could.
I can't believe this is happening. They're saying Nick was a thief.
Don't you think she's been through enough already?
Hey, been through the entire house. Haven't found anything on the list.
Okay.
What list? What are you looking for?
We believe one of the things he stole was a yellow and red SD card potentially containing sensitive government documents.
I might have seen it. The day before he left, I didn't know what it was.
I have it. This is gonna cost you.
Where is it?
I only saw him with it once. He was talking to someone on the phone asking for money.
Well, think. You may have seen it again.
I didn't. I don't know what he was doing. I don't want to know. Why is this happening?
Remember in my read of Lorraine Browning, she wanted the SD card back?
Yeah.
Well, Paula saw Nick offering the SD card to someone.
So Nick extorted money from Lorraine Browning.
Potentially. I mean, it's the best theory we've got so far.
Ms. Browning, you were in Ottawa on June 12th last year?
2 days of supplier meetings. Why?
Did the names Nick Markison or Roger London ring a bell?
No.
Markison is the man we found in a freezer. We believe he stole your laptop and the SD card that was in it.
This is the second time you've asked me about an SD card. I don't know what you're after. I just want it back.
You're being blackmailed, aren't you?
Where's this coming from?
Look, we believe that sensitive information came into Markison's hands and he was trying to extort money for its return.
How could you do this to me? Can't find out about Pack 4. This is absurd. I don't have time for your espionage stories, and I don't have time to be hauled in here at your every whim. If you'd like to talk to me again, please contact my attorneys.
She's lying. She's being blackmailed.
Which could mean that she had motive to kill Nick.
Yeah.
So, Browning lied about her knowledge of the SD card and whatever information it contained.
Yeah, I got a confusing read off of her. She was accusing someone of doing something to her, and there was something about Pack 4.
That could help us see what was on the card, maybe. I'll run that against Optican's projects.
Blackmail makes sense. If a missing card proves that she compromised the D&D, that would ruin her company. Maybe she killed Markison to silence him.
Well, if she killed him, why is the card still missing?
Okay, well, your read of the widow, Paula, she overheard Nick on the phone demanding money for the return of something that he stole.
So the wife killed Nick in order to take over the blackmail herself?
She's still a suspect, but our search didn't turn up the SD card.
Excuse me. Yeah. You remember how Toby said that Nick was a hider, right? So we went to the storage locker, we looked at all the items, we even looked inside the items to see if we could find it. Maybe he hid it. We didn't find anything. However, Metro sent me a list, and on this list were all the items from the robberies. Now, these are the items that were registered to insurance companies that didn't show up in the storage locker. Now, wait for it. Wait for it. Does that look familiar?
Yes, that is the Rolex that Roger London stole from Nick.
Have Metro pick up London.
I'm way ahead of you. They're already walking him to interrogation as we speak.
Where's my lawyer?
Look familiar?
Never seen it before.
No? Possession of stolen property. We can start there.
I found the watch. I had no idea it was stolen.
Yeah, you found the watch in Nick Markison's office. And when we asked you if you knew anything about stolen goods you might have had, you said no.
He disappeared and left me doing double duty for weeks, okay? I figured he owed me a watch. You want the watch back? Take it.
Did your relationship with Nick extend outside of the office?
No.
I told you, he kept to himself. What am I being accused of here?
Whoever killed Nick partnered with him on the stolen goods.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't kill anybody.
You have an assault charge on your record. Maybe you and Nick fought? Maybe your temper got the best of you?
No.
When was the last time you saw him?
I don't know. In the office, he was going out for an evaluation. Look, Nick and I weren't friends.
sure as hell weren't partners. So if someone killed him, it had nothing to do with me.
Mr. London has made bail on the possession charge.
Finally. Well?
When I asked London when he last saw Nick, he thought about the office.
Meaning that he probably wasn't in the storage unit when Markson died.
Thought maybe London found Nick dead and put him in the freezer. Doesn't mean that he didn't know about the card, though.
But if he knew about the card, why did the blackmail stop?
And if Lorraine Browning denies blackmail and she doesn't know Markson, how do we prove that London was involved?
Maybe we don't need Browning to talk if we get to the person who knows the most about her.
Her husband.
Her assistant.
I was gonna say that.
Hey, Martha. Hey! Good morning. You scared me. Oh, I did? I'm sorry. This is going in your performance review.
Dude, I was just resting.
Oh, you were just resting?
Yes.
Well, in that case, I wouldn't want to disturb you while you're resting. Are you kidding me? This is your job. Start taking it seriously.
I do take it seriously.
I'm gonna have to file a report.
Oz.
Man, it's crazy. Paula King. Her world falls apart. And she's married to this guy for years, doesn't know who he really is. It's insane.
Well, most relationships end up in disappointment one way or another.
Oh, sorry, I didn't drink the Optimist coffee this morning like you did.
I'm actually more of a realist.
Realist?
Yes.
So, okay, when it comes to relationships, your glass is half empty.
Half empty, half full. I don't know. The glass usually ends up shattered anyways.
Whoa. Okay, so when I get married, I'm not inviting you to make a speech.
No?
No.
Well, that's okay. I would probably just be hanging out at the bar.
That's
anyway.
where probably I will be. Listening to everyone speak. Anyway. How's everything with you and Adam?
Are you?
No. I'm just, I can tell. We've been working together for a few years. Something's up.
You know, you're lucky being able to read people. I wish I knew what was going on in people's minds. It would make life so much easier.
Yeah, you would think, but it's kind of like the opposite of making life easier. I couldn't even read my girlfriend if I wanted to.
Yeah, but there must be some reason for that. Maybe she's an alien.
She's definitely not an alien. I've checked. She's got the human parts.
Adam said something to me this morning, and I wasn't sure if he was joking. Just nothing.
Doesn't sound like nothing.
He said that he wanted to have a baby.
Awesome. That's great.
What?
Isn't
No,
it?
I don't know. I mean, I've never even thought about having a kid in this job with the hours and then the risk.
Is it that or is it Adam?
No, everything is fine with Adam. Adam is great. I trust Adam. I just don't know if I'm ready.
I can't stop thinking about this SD card. Why did it disappear when Markson died?
And more importantly, where is it now?
Get out of here before I call the police!
Mr. Sati?
How can I help you?
We know that your boss was being blackmailed.
She said you asked about it. She also said she told you she wasn't.
Well, we're asking you now. Do you know of anyone threatening her?
Miss Browning's answer is my answer.
You'll get what you want. Tell me where and when. It started again.
She was in Ottawa the night the thief was murdered. Where were you that evening?
I was with her. You can check the travel memo.
They can't prove I drove back that night.
You'd do anything to protect her, wouldn't you, Mr. Seti?
I'm loyal, if that's what you're asking.
I mean more than loyal. I mean, you would do anything to protect her if she was threatened.
I didn't kill anybody. If you don't mind, I'm very busy. You can let yourselves out the way you came in. Yeah, hello.
He was in Toronto the night Nick was killed.
Why kill your blackmailer when you can have your assistant do it for you?
There's another thing. Lorraine got a call. I think the blackmail started again. Hey.
Hey.
When I saw Lorraine's blackmail phone call, yesterday's newspaper was on the desk.
So if Nick, the blackmailer, is dead, who's calling Lorraine now?
I don't know. His partner? Who's that? Is that Roger London?
Maybe.
You know what? I might be able to help with some info from that call. See, I pulled up her home phone records.
Yeah?
Most of the incoming calls came from her office and her husband, but one was from an unidentified number. Now, the bad news is that it was a burner and it was shut off right after the call, but the good news is if it comes back on, I can definitely get the location.
That's great.
Well, it's probably already in the trash.
Last night, 2 houses were broken into, fancy addresses. In one, nothing was taken. In the other, 19th century silver candlesticks and 18th century French mantel clock were smashed. Metro ID'd them from the report that Dev made of the missing antiques.
Somebody's looking for something.
Well, they found it.
The mysterious SD card?
Maybe not so mysterious. So you remember Toby talking about he heard Pack 4. Now, it turns out that one of the projects that Lorraine was working on for the D&D was codenamed PAC-4, Pack 4. It's a fully automated state-of-the-art weapons guidance system. We're talking Ka-band active radar seeking technology. This is a revolutionary improvement on target tracking and discrimination. Why are you guys not as excited about this?
Okay, this could be what Browning was trying to sell.
Yeah, or already sold. Okay, rumor has it that the Chinese are bringing a similar product to market very soon. And my inside sources say that it has to be based on the Optican technology.
Well, that sounds like a reason for blackmail and murder to me. There was a witness at the break-in last night.
It all happened so fast. I heard the crash, and I thought my cat had gotten onto the china cabinet again.
We know that you've already spoken with the police, but if there's anything more you could tell us about the intruder.
Anybody tries that on me again are gonna get the business end of my knitting needle.
If you could give us a description.
He was big.
Did you have your glasses on at the time?
No, I tried to put them on, but he hit me so fast.
Do you remember where you bought the clock and the candlesticks?
There's a lovely shop in Yorkville that I go to. Benno Fine Antiques.
Man, oh man. I could murder some Mongolian barbecue right about now, huh? Rick? Jimmy, you're in? Okay, what's going on here? What's with the cold shoulder? What do you think? Oh, what are you, in high school? I'm just doing my job, okay? And if you were doing your job, we wouldn't be in this situation. Hey, Toby. Hey. You got a second?
Yeah. Oh, it'll just take a minute.
Okay, okay. Nothing I'm doing is working.
What is the problem?
You remember Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I caught him sleeping at work yesterday. I tried to crack the whip, and now the whole staff is turning on me. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Have you asked him what the problem is?
No.
He's always been a good paramedic, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a reason. Okay, man?
Okay, cool. It's good.
Nice. Good to see you.
Well. Hey, Perry, hang on. Hang on a second. So what's the problem? Obviously, there's something going on with you. Just talk to me, and maybe we can sort it out.
Not gonna be able to solve this one.
Try me.
Jane lost her job. She was working for this company. It went bust. She's self-employed, so there's no unemployment.
Jeez, I had no idea.
I've been working 6 hours a day at a bakery to make it up.
Why didn't you tell me? I didn't even know you baked. You bake?
I'll do whatever it takes. We got a mortgage. And now it's not gonna get paid.
What? Perry, that's...
Hello? Hello?
Welcome.
Hey.
Let me guess. Newlyweds looking for some fine pieces for your new home.
We're not together.
Should be, or you make a lovely couple.
You sold these items to Adele Torday.
You must be mistaken.
This receipt says differently. You're selling goods stolen by Nick Markison.
This is an elite establishment. I don't deal in stolen goods, and I don't know any Markison.
Then who did you buy them from?
It's one of the stolen items over there. We know he was here looking for something.
Whoever stole those has already killed once, so you're looking at becoming an accessory to murder.
Okay. His name is Mark Douglas. He's the one who sold me the goods. He works with another guy who's a thief. Mark came here last night. He wanted to know if I had anything left. It was just a few pieces, but he tore them apart looking for something.
And did he find what he was looking for?
No. And then he wanted to know the addresses of where the rest of the things had ended up.
Who's Mark Douglas?
Mark Douglas is Mike Sexton, Paula's new boyfriend.
Thank you. Nick's partner in crime was Mark Douglas.
We know him as Mike Sexton.
Yeah, he stole the Mike Sexton ID. That's why he came up clean when I first checked him out.
And you like him for the murder?
Yeah, we think that he found the SD card, got the idea for the extortion of Lorraine Browning. He was going to cut Douglas out of it.
Now he's moving in on the widow of the man he killed. That's dark.
He got close to her to find out where Nick was hiding it.
It's been 6 months. He's developed actual feelings for her. He calls the search off.
And when you came around and started asking questions about the SD card, he started looking again. It's a dangerous game.
Now he's probably going to try to find the money and run.
I'm still trying to run down his location.
In the meantime, stick with the wife. If Douglas did it for her for some sick reason, he might go back there.
Okay, we'll head to the house. Deb, put a tracker on her cell. Call us if she makes a move.
Look, I found out about the people who killed Nick. Whatever he had, they think that we've got it, and they're threatening to kill us.
We should call the police.
No, we can't trust them. We can't trust anybody. Paula, please. I love you. I don't want to see you get hurt.
Yeah.
Michelle, Metro checked Mark Douglas's apartment. It was a dead end, but Paula's cell phone is on the move.
They could be together.
Where is she now?
Moving on to Queen's Key. Hold it. It's pulling into the parking structure across from the terminal.
We're close. Have some units meet us there. Still think Paula's innocent?
Who are you? They told us the blackmailer was dead. So it was you who killed him.
Show it to me.
Open it.
Mark Douglas, you're under arrest for the murder of Nick Markison.
I didn't kill him. We were supposed to be partners. I just wanted my share. There was a struggle. He fell. I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
So you romanced his wife?
I just met her to find whatever it was he was hiding. But then I got to know her. He was gonna leave her anyway. Paula, it's not what you think. I didn't mean to hurt her. Please don't.
Watch your head.
Douglas confessed. He was the one selling the stolen goods.
Yeah, they argued over Nick's big score. Nick fell, hit his head. Douglas gave us everything, including the blackmail.
Excuse me. Why am I still being held? May I have my card and money? I'd like to be out of here.
You're not going anywhere, Miss Browning. We know what was on that card.
And it implicates you in the illegal sales of special ops intel.
Why would I sell out my company's reputation for a few dollars? What did you do? I'll handle it.
Lorraine!
You did this not because it would damage you or your company. You did this because the two of you were lovers. You didn't want him to go to prison. She used your computer. She saw what was on the SD card.
I told you. My associate and I are done with your insinuations. My lawyer will be here any moment.
Lorraine, they have the card. I don't want you to be hurt by this anymore. She didn't know anything about it. It sounded so easy. Just transfer a few files and I'd be set. When they took her computer and started the calls, she just tried to help. I screwed everything up.
I'm so sorry. Don't say another word.
Why don't you make yourselves comfortable while you wait for your representation?
The Crown Prosecutor's office is going to be working overtime.
See, I told you we'd take care of this climb, right?
Hey, I didn't hear you come in. You hungry?
No, I am way too tired to eat.
Huh? Does that mean you need help getting undressed?
Maybe a little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen. I was thinking about what you said. And, before we have a kid, before we even talk about having a kid, we need to talk about us. About you.
That's fair. Baby steps, right?
Baby steps.
So it was the assistant the whole time.
And they were having an affair?
Having an affair.
Yeah,
Didn't even see it.
Sounds like quite the case.
You look good, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Everything okay?
Yeah, well, I talked to Perry. Yeah, turns out he's been working 2 jobs because his wife got laid off and they can't make their mortgage.
That's rough.
Yeah.
What can you do?
I'll tell you what I did. I put the word out, and now 20 EMS are chipping in $100 each to pay that mortgage. And next month, I'm putting them first priority for overtime.
Nice.
You know, I tried it your way. I tried it Sandy's way. In the end, I got to do it my way.
You know, I almost don't recognize you. You got this management style, like a swagger about you.
All right, let's talk you more, jockey. Come on.
All right, I'll give you a 3-second head start.
Oh, I'm already tired. I'm already tired. Oh.
Superintendent, may I say how surprised I am to see you in the field, especially for a body found in a stairwell.
It's not just any body, Alvin. It's a case in point of the kind of cancer that's eating at this neighborhood.
What seems to have gathered so many interested parties?
Fire department found Jane Doe this morning. Looks like she was strangled sometime last night, and all interested parties have been assured results from your team.
Well, we appreciate the confidence. I still don't understand why Jane Doe would draw the attention of the IIB.
You will. Could be a one-off, the ritual could indicate a pattern. Either way, the press are gonna run wild with this.
Hold my coffee. Can I borrow that? Thank you. I'm gonna need more of this. Thank you.
Whoa, okay. How'd you not tell me about this?
My father told me it was impolite to brag.
Well, I disagree. I'm gonna brag for you. You know what? I'm gonna have to introduce you as my girlfriend, Tia Tremblay, the National Newspaper Award nominee.
That sounds really good.
Right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Toby, I wouldn't have broken the Levinson story without your help.
You happy?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Good.
All right.
You know what else my dad used to say?
What?
You can be happy at home or work, but not both.
Tough man, your dad.
Highly pragmatic. Maybe he was wrong about that one.
Maybe.
But he told the truth as he saw it, and that's what I've tried to do too. Which is, of course, what's made me a National Newspaper Award nominee.
I like this. This is bragging. This is how you gotta do it.
But seriously, I'm glad you're not scared off by my telling the truth. You know, like talking about my epilepsy scared a lot of other guys, so thank you for being so accepting.
Sure.
You know, not having any secrets makes me feel so much closer to you.
So, the omelet of the day, it's looking pretty good. What do you think? Up to you.
Maybe surprise me.
Strung up and surrounded by a ring of fire.
I could barely get past the reporters downstairs.
Well, it's a 24-hour news cycle. Ritualistic killing like this feeds the beast, which is why we have to move quickly before the press whips the public into a frenzy.
So, what do we know about the victim?
Well, the ME puts her Jane Doe at around 30 years old. There's no prints on file and no match with missing persons.
Anything from the canvas?
Not yet, but Superintendent Martell has pre-approved overtime.
Really?
If she was at the crime scene, there's a political agenda at work. I'm not saying I know where the mines are buried, but careful where you step.
Okay, so there was no sign of sexual assault, even though the body was found naked?
Mm-hmm. Seems odd, doesn't it?
Well, many serial killers do it simply for the thrill.
If it was the work of a serial killer, I've got Deb cross-checking the MO with the North American database. What do you have for us, Corporal?
The MO doesn't match any in the serial killer database, so I think we need to rule that out. But lighting the fire and public placement of the body, I mean, is the killer just trying to display his work?
Well, flaunting the kill implies a confidence that they won't be caught.
Well, let's prove him wrong, shall we?
The killer could just as easily be a female.
What does forensics tell us?
The killer is organized. I would say they were working in their comfort zone, somewhere close to a residence or a place of employment.
If we're going to be building a profile, we should start with the victim.
Dev's right. Let's start by identifying the Jane Doe.
Well, she had a lot of ink. Maybe we can track down her tattoo artist.
Well, I thought you'd say that. So I've been bouncing around body modification chat rooms and cross-referencing the work with local artist portfolios. And I believe this is the work of one Zoe Davis.
I'll pick up Toby on the way.
I'll send you the address.
Excuse me? We just need to ask you a few questions.
Just in the middle of a sleeve.
This won't take long.
Is this your work?
Yeah.
You know this woman?
Oh my God, Kelly.
Do you know Kelly's last name?
No, I don't.
That's a lot of ink. I mean, that must have taken years, no?
Why, I didn't know her that long. We did all that in 12 months.
That's a bit unusual, isn't it?
She was unusual.
In what way?
Well, I mean, most people use the tattoo chair like a shrink's couch. Kelly barely talked.
Was she emotional? She cried.
A lot of people do. Tattoos can act as a catharsis.
Did she ever come in here with anyone?
She mentioned where she works or a place that she hangs out?
I saw her once at the Vice Bar, and maybe someone there can help you out.
Do you know if she had a boyfriend?
I don't think she had one. I don't want to gossip.
Anything that you can tell us is going to help.
And she always had a lot of cash and tipped well. I overheard her on the phone once talking quietly to a client about meeting at a hotel.
What are you saying?
I think she might have been an escort.
Vice Bar's been around for years. It's a very wide-open clientele. We'll go check that out.
Kelly was crying when she got her Phoenix tattoo.
Yeah, that much ink would bring anyone to tears.
It's emotional, not physical.
Deb, what's going on?
Striations and fibers on the neck are consistent with a braided leather strap. The thickness and imprint of a clasp suggests that a necklace was a murder weapon.
Anything else?
The scratches on her heels and rope marks on her wrist, post-mortem. She was killed somewhere else and then brought to the stairwell.
Okay, well, we have a partial ID of our victim. Her first name is Kelly. We have reason to believe that she was an escort, so run it by Vice. We got a lead from her tattoo artist. We're gonna check out now. Okay, bye. Hey! Can you turn it down?
I can't hear you. You're not great.
Johnny Willard, right?
The cops are really classing up their visits. I know the bylaws. You can't execute a noise complaint during the day.
We're IIB, we're not Metro. We're here to ask you about a customer of yours. Her name's Kelly.
We found her in a stairwell a block from here. You know her?
We, dated on and off for a couple months.
What's Kelly's last name?
She never gave me a last name.
Is that because you paid for your dates?
What?
Your bar has a reputation, and we have reason to believe that she was an escort.
You want to knock my bar, that's fine. Everyone who pays for a drink is welcome. But don't drag Kelly through the dirt.
Why else wouldn't she give a last name?
Because she was private. Not a single photo in her apartment.
Where were you last night at 10?
You accusing me of something?
Not yet.
I was here till 3.
When was the last time you saw her?
I saw her a couple weeks ago. Nothing since.
Did she leave you?
She broke it off, yeah.
You know she was seeing someone else?
There might have been a guy. Came in here one night.
Why are you here?
Get out of here! Get out of here! Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? She said she didn't know him. I thought she was lying.
We're gonna need Kelly's address.
So I saw the guy Johnny saw with Kelly. He got rough with him. I can do a composite with Dev.
Geographically, Johnny would work. Kelly's apartment is a block from here.
Right. I saw her wearing a braided necklace. It could be the murder weapon.
Well, hopefully her apartment gives us some answers.
Johnny was right. No photos, no personal effects.
Check this out.
Shower curtain's missing.
Maybe they wrapped her body in it. We'll get forensics in here.
Property manager downstairs said that the rent was paid each month with a credit card belonging to a food company.
So maybe one of her executives is paying for this place.
Right? The guy that Johnny saw with Kelly. He puts her up here. Anytime he's away on business, Kelly brings in Johnny.
He finds out and kills her. What's the name of that company?
Cloud9 Organics.
Let's go. We need to talk to whoever's in charge of the corporate credit cards.
Oh, yeah, this is Tricia. Hi, Brent Sanders, CFO. Oh, and this is Jennifer Cowell, co-CEO.
I'm Sergeant McCluskey. This is Special Consultant Logan. We need to know who uses this credit card.
This is an exclusive card. Only my partner and I have these.
That's great. Is he here? Can we speak to him?
Her. Sarah's actually not in the office yet.
Okay, well, we'll wait.
Well, is there something we can help you with?
Is this her?
Yes, that's my partner.
She's also our victim.
Sarah and I grew up together. Prep school at Kingston, U of T. After we got our MBAs at Rotman, we started Cloud9 Organics.
Sarah and Jen made Cloud9 the biggest organic food supplier in the whole country.
Brenda got this. Okay. Were you aware that Sarah was using the corporate credit card to pay for her apartment?
What apartment? Sarah owns a home in Forest Hill.
She was living a life of contradiction.
What makes you say that?
Well, how she spent her off-work hours, her appearance.
The only way that we could identify her was from her tattoos. It's not often that you see a CEO with that much ink.
She was always covered up at work.
So you didn't know she was so heavily tattooed?
No.
But you knew that she had some work done?
As our business grew, Sarah became distant. I knew her less and less.
Did you two have conflicts?
Nothing meaningful. I tried to warn her.
Were there any personal issues that you were aware of?
Sarah's parents died about a year ago. She would disappear for days at a time. Maybe the tattoos were a reaction to their death.
She was known as Kelly in some circles.
Did you know anything about this?
I have no idea why she would do that.
Where were you last night?
I went to bed early.
We're gonna need Sarah's laptop.
She's lying. She knew about the tattoos.
Well, she went by Kelly in some circles, but our victim's name is Sarah Wembley. Now, Sarah was involved in a volatile relationship with Johnny Willard, the owner of the Vice Bar.
We're looking into his alibi from last night, and we've got a team of forensics at Sarah's home in Forest Hill.
I saw Johnny pushing a guy who may have been Sarah's lover.
Unfortunately, our composite doesn't match anything in the criminal database or the corporate files at Cloud9.
We asked Jennifer about Sarah using the name Kelly, and I saw something burning.
Now, Jennifer says she doesn't know anything about Sarah's tattoos, but in your read, you saw her watching Sarah get the flames inked.
And Jen doesn't have an alibi.
So we got flames on the victim's back, we got flames from Jen, and we got flames at the scene. I'm thinking they gotta be connected.
Do you think she's capable of stringing up the body of her dead friend and lighting a ring of fire around it?
Yeah, I mean, physically, I'd say she's strong enough.
Or she hired our mystery man, and the ritual's just his thing. I'm gonna look into her computer and see if it can tell us anything about their relationship.
Okay, talk to the tattoo artist again, specifically about the flames. Let's see if Jennifer Cowell would hate our victim enough to string her up in a stairwell.
Okay.
It's gonna look great. You're back.
Yeah, you mentioned that Kelly's tattoos may have been a catharsis. Can you tell us more about this one?
Well, she cried a lot during our sessions. I asked if she wanted to stop, but she said she needed to get it out.
To get what out?
Did she ever say what it meant?
Well, nothing specific. She wanted something that represented transformation, and the phoenix is rising from its own ashes.
And these?
Well, a snake is negative self, tiger courage. She wanted something that represented her courage to defeat her darker self. I didn't think of it before. But you guys aren't the first ones to ask about her ink.
Who else did?
I didn't get his name, but he saw the phoenix on her at a bar.
Our mystery man.
What did he want?
Wanted to get one like it. Wanted to know what it symbolized.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, if this mystery guy's her lover, why would he ask about her tattoos? Maybe it's a stalker.
So I looked into Cloud9 and I couldn't find any fires connected to them. The company's grown exponentially in the past 3 years.
So someone there might have motive to cut Sarah out. Did you get anything from her laptop?
Yeah, they're gonna sell the company to Largo Markets. It's a grocery chain. The deal's on the table as we speak, and Sarah's emails have her going back and forth with Jen, just arguing about it.
And Jen never mentioned it?
No.
We need to find out how Sarah's death affects that deal.
We need to speak with Jen.
She's away making funeral arrangements.
Of course.
You guys are selling to Largo Markets, is that right?
Yeah, it's still up in the air, but they want to acquire us and make Cloud9 their in-house organics brand.
Was there any tension between Jen and Sarah over whether or not to sell?
The numbers aren't right. We're not selling. How would you know you're never here?
They were always aligned. That's what made this company a success.
We heard that Jen resented Sarah's absence. Do you know anything about her personal life?
Any debates that Sarah and Jen had were simply business partners discussing business.
I'd like you to forward us that deal memo.
Or we can get a warrant.
I'll send you the documents. Just please keep them confidential. We still have a deal on the table.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You saw Jen and Sarah arguing. I think Jen resented Sarah for carrying the business.
Deb, what's going on?
Hey, we have forensics from Sarah's anonymous apartment. She was definitely killed there.
Did we canvass the building?
Yeah, a neighbor said they heard someone leave at 11, and that's an hour after her death, but there's more. Vice Bar staff has Johnny coming in late to work last night, 12 o'clock. But a red light cam ticketed his SUV around Sarah's apartment at 11:15.
Okay, we're gonna go talk to him. Thanks.
Looks like Johnny's drowning his guilt.
We need to ask you a few more questions about Sarah Wembley.
Who?
Kelly.
I get it. Developers want me out of business. Framing me makes it easy to shut me down. I'm not going anywhere.
Actually, yes, you are.
My place, my rules.
You don't want it to go down like this, man. It's only gonna make you look guilty.
Make room. I got nothing to hide. Developers can't buy me out, so they charge me with murder. They won't stop till they clear the whole block for strollers and yoga.
Your alibi is weak, Johnny. People at your bar say that you didn't show up until midnight. That's well past when Sarah was killed.
It's a crowded spot. Tough to know who gets there when.
This was taken outside Sarah's place shortly after her time of death.
We also found rope in your SUV.
Is that a crime?
Yeah, if it's used to string up her body.
If we search your place and find the leather necklace that was used to kill her, it's all gonna be over for you.
I didn't kill Kelly. Or Sarah, or whatever her name was.
When you're on the stand, I would try to rein in that temper just a little bit.
Listen, I'm pissed. She didn't tell me her real name or anything about her company, and now this.
Thought you two were just seeing each other. I thought it wasn't serious.
I wanted more.
But she didn't?
That's not it.
So then what happened?
It's okay.
Get out!
What?
Get out! Get out!
She woke up screaming about some fire. I told her, didn't matter what it was, I wanted to hear about it. I'd be there for her.
And?
She told me she was seeing someone else.
Wonderful.
Okay, let's go through this again.
I understand you have Sarah Wembley's killer in custody.
I understand that there is a reason to hurry to that conclusion.
I can only assume you're referring to the red light photo of Johnny leaving the crime scene. Alvin, I'd appreciate it if you brought charges against Mr. Willard as quickly as possible.
I can only respond to the facts of the case.
So when you find the murder weapon in his possession, I trust you'll act accordingly?
When or if? Come on. We both know that Johnny Willard's prosecution will serve certain developers with interests in the area. His bar will close and some careers will be made along the way.
That is a dangerous assumption. I expect to see charges laid.
We will prosecute Johnny to the fullest extent of the law. If he's guilty.
Sarah was killed at 10. You were seen in her neighborhood at 11:15, and then you showed up at the bar at 12. That would have given you plenty of time.
I didn't kill her.
You said she screamed about a fire. Did she ever talk about what her ink meant?
No. I told you she was private.
The snake stands for negativity. The tiger, courage. Maybe Sarah finally got the courage to get rid of you.
That doesn't mean I killed her.
Then why did you show up at her apartment?
I've got a witness who put you in the lobby. The best play is the truth here, Johnny.
I wanted to talk things out. But I lost my nerve to buzz her.
So you never were actually inside her apartment?
I was downstairs when he killed her. If I would have buzzed her, she might be alive.
What did you get from Johnny?
Well, he admits that he was at her building last night, but says that he didn't actually buzz up to her apartment.
Well, let's see if Sarah's DNA shows up in his SUV and if the rope matches.
Maybe Sarah's stalker showed up last night.
Hey, I think I got something. I checked out the deal memo and corporate structure. Sarah had controlling interest in the company, but now all her shares just go to Jen.
Sarah didn't want to sell.
She didn't get a chance to sign the deal memo.
Or maybe she wouldn't. Taking control over a company this large, that would definitely be motive.
But Johnny's our prime suspect while we try to recover the murder weapon.
Okay, well, we'll go talk to her first thing in the morning because, as you always say,
follow the money.
Hey. Hey. Breakfast for dinner? You don't mind, do you? Nah. I didn't have time to buy groceries, and there's a shocking lack of cereal delivery places in this town.
Hey, she saved some for me. Thank you.
Yeah, all you had left was this cranberry flaxseed stuff that Tia left here. It's totally
stuff.
Girls. Speaking of your lady friend, it's pretty cool. Tia Tremblay nominated for a National Newspaper Award.
She's a good writer. She deserves it.
What's the matter? You're not that happy about it?
No, I am. I'm just, I'm wondering when she's going to start digging into my story.
Oh, you think it might be time to reveal the Logan secret?
No. It's been the death of every relationship I've ever had, present company excluded.
Well, you care about her, right? Yeah. You trust her?
Yeah.
It might be time to say, honey, I'm a telepath. Can you pass the milk?
Oh, no.
Can you actually pass the milk? It's rude to reach across. Thank you.
At this point, why would I tell her? It's been so long.
Belated truth. I mean, when your worlds collide, how do you brace for impact? Better men than us have failed to answer that.
And they probably phrased it better.
Hey, you were getting some sage advice here for the low price of a bowl of cereal.
You serious?
Okay, all day breakfast on me. Come on. Take you to a place where the grease fills every nook and cranny in your mouth.
We need to talk.
I'm afraid I have a meeting.
Sarah's share is transferred to you now that she's dead.
Yes, I do. And I don't appreciate the insinuation. I actually think I killed my best friend and strung her up.
With that much money on the line, we don't rule anything out. And you said that she had distanced herself from the friendship.
This is ridiculous.
We know that you two fought about whether or not to sell.
Yes, we did. We fought all the time. We were like sisters. We'd been in business together since we were 15.
Was there ever a fire at Cloud9?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can tell us, Jen.
You can't know. You're not making any sense.
How do we know about the fire?
He's inside. Daddy's inside!
Who was inside the fire?
Sorry to interrupt. Could use you at the conference table. We have to finalize that counteroffer by 10 a.m.
If you'll excuse me.
You're going through with the sale?
Jen wants a little more than they're offering right now, but I have every confidence we'll arrive at the right price.
That's even more incentive if you own all of the shares.
Right. Jen thought of the flames tattooed on Sarah again. This time there was a K in them.
So whether she hired someone or acted alone, Jen looks good for it.
This is about more than the deal. They promised to keep a secret about someone trapped in a fire.
Maybe Jen killed her before Sarah could come clean about it.
Can you blame Sarah for wanting to talk? Imagine having to keep that secret for so long. I know how she feels.
You thinking about telling Tia?
I don't know.
I'm all for openness, right? But there are some things that probably better kept a secret.
A suspect, I'll grant you, but lying about their past and Sarah's tattoos doesn't mean Jen did it.
The flames connect to the way Sarah's body was found, I know it.
Look, you said when Toby read the tattoo artist, he saw our mystery man asking about Sarah's phoenix. So maybe he connects to the flames, or someone else does. The point is, when it comes to Sarah's murder, all of this is circumstantial.
Well, did the search of Johnny's property turn up anything?
His rope doesn't match, and there's no murder weapon found at this place, nothing in his SUV. But his DNA is all over Sarah's apartment.
That is not surprising because they were lovers. Jen said that she was home the night of the murder. Did we look into her?
Get Deb to take a hard look into Jen's background. Let's see what he can find.
See, I knew you were going to say that. Dev, what do you have?
Well, Jen said she went to prep school with Sarah, so I found their online yearbook. And this memorial for a Kelly Lerman.
The same name that Sarah used for her alias. What's Sarah's comments there? It says MH, the debt can never be repaid.
Who's MH?
I may be able to answer that, actually. Kelly Lerman burned to death in a marijuana grow-op fire. Evidence suggested that other people were involved, but only one guy went down for it. This guy. Max Hauser. He was 20 at the time.
Max Hauser, MH.
The article says that the neighbors suspected satanic worship was going on at the house before it burned. Max is doing time at Kingston Penn.
Dev, can you pull up Sarah's phoenix tattoo?
Yeah. Why?
Okay, look there. At the bottom by her spine. The lines in the flames bled. The pigment is different as well.
So?
So, the tattoo is older, probably done by a different tattoo artist.
You know what? Give me a second. I might be able to isolate it based on the pigment. There.
So Toby read Jen watching Sarah get this tattoo and then Sarah promising to keep something a secret.
Okay, ideas, anyone?
Was Jen somehow responsible for Kelly's death and Sarah refused to keep it a secret any longer?
Dev, find out where Jen is.
Courage to overcome her darker self. Maybe the phoenix represented Sarah coming clean.
And by tattooing over the old ink, it sent a clear message to Jen.
Okay, thanks. She's not at the office. You may have spooked her when you went to visit.
Get over to her house.
Door's open. Jennifer? I'm gonna go this way. IIB. Toby.
She's breathing.
Do you have any idea who hit you with this?
I remember coming into the kitchen for water.
Yeah. Put this on your head.
Okay, so then why don't we start by talking about Kelly Lerman?
Whatever secret you're keeping cost Sarah her life and nearly cost you yours.
The four of us started the grow up together. Sarah and I, Kelly and Max. Teenager's idea of a good business venture. An electrical issue caused the fire. Kelly was asleep inside.
They didn't prosecute you and Sarah?
Max had already done a stint in juvie. He was in love with Sarah. He took the fall even though it was Sarah who screwed up the wiring.
Sarah referred to herself as Kelly in her other life. She covered up her matching tattoo with new ink.
We got the tattoos as a way of remembering Kelly.
And as a promise to keep it a secret?
Do you really think this has something to do with Sarah's murder?
Do you recognize him? Did you hire him?
Hire him? No, he followed Sarah to my house.
He knew about her life as Kelly. He was also asking around town about her tattoos.
Dev. Says Max Hauser got out of prison a month ago.
Are you saying that Max killed Sarah and that he's trying to kill me?
Oh, we don't know anything yet.
Sarah went to see Max about a year ago.
Same time the tattoo started.
Yeah. I tried to warn her not to contact him, that it would only stir up the past.
A forensics team is on its way. We're gonna call an ambulance. You gotta get yourself checked out.
I have to go back to the office.
All right, just make sure you're around people. Let's go see Max.
Maybe Max Hauser got out, he saw Johnny with Sarah. In a jealous rage, he killed her.
So he goes after Jen to punish them both? Dev, I need you to put an APB out on a van. It reads Byford's Pest Control on the side.
Will do. Hey, Hauser's parole officer has his address listed as a rooming house on Sherburne. I'll send you the address, and Klein's already secured a warrant.
Thanks, Dev. Hauser's in Toronto.
Well, let's welcome him to town.
Hey, Michelle? Come check this out.
What? Looks like a match.
Whoa. I saw Sarah wearing that in a read. That could be the murder weapon.
I'm gonna check out the other room.
Yeah.
Hey, drop it! You're under arrest for the murder of Sarah Wembley. It's the murder weapon.
I've never seen that before.
Well, your prints were also found on the bookend that struck Jennifer.
I didn't kill Sarah. I didn't attack Jen.
Then why'd you attack us?
In prison, someone's in your cell uninvited. You come in swinging.
Right, so it's just a coincidence that you show up in Toronto when Sarah turns up dead.
A shame is what it is.
You went to prison for a fire that she was responsible for.
And?
She was found strung up, surrounded by a ring of flames. You know, neighbors from your old grow up, they thought that you guys were into satanic worship.
It's a small town. People overreact to black clothes and heavy metal. Listen, I went down for Kelly's death. And yeah, Sarah screwed up the wiring at the grow up, but I cared about her. She had a future. I didn't.
She cut off all contact with you when you were in prison, right? That must have upset you.
Yeah, well, I made my choice. I did my time.
And she reached out to you. Maybe that stirred up some old emotions.
Sarah came to see you. She showed you her tattoos.
She said we could rise from our ashes just like her phoenix. She was trying to help me. Said maybe there was still something between us.
But then you found out about Johnny.
Who?
Johnny.
Listen, man. I told her it wouldn't work. That she was feeling guilty. She asked me to come to Toronto when I got out.
We found the murder weapon in your room.
You're the only one who had motive for both of the crimes. If you're not responsible, how do you explain this?
Someone's trying to frame me.
Well, that is not very original.
Well, they'd have to know a lot about your past. Jen and Sarah did a great job of keeping that a secret.
There was a guy. Followed Sarah to my rooming house. She came to see me.
Is this the guy?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy.
Murder weapon and motive. Looks like Max is going back to prison.
When we accused him of murder, I got disbelief.
We need to identify the stalker. Do you have any luck with the APB?
Yeah. It turns out there is no Byford's Pest Control. The van's registered to a Ryan Turner. He's a private investigator.
Good work, Corporal. Have forensics run Max's DNA and see if it matches the crime scene. In the meantime, let's find out who hired Turner.
You can ask him yourself. We just brought him in.
So why were you following Sarah and Jennifer?
I was putting together a file.
For who?
If I revealed my client list, I wouldn't have one for long. I'm sure you're familiar with the privilege my license gives me.
Sarah Wembley was killed possibly as a result of your investigation.
That's unfortunate, but I had nothing to do with it.
Well, you're the only one who might be able to help us identify her killer, so you're going to tell us what you know. Who hired you?
Even if I wanted to, they paid cash and didn't give me a name.
Brent Sanders.
Jen could be with him now.
Yeah. Well, if Brent dug up Sarah's history and her life as Kelly, he could have framed Max.
Turner gives him Max's address. Brent plants the necklace, makes it look like revenge. Hey, Dev, did you contact Jen?
It's after hours. No one's answering at reception. But I checked on Brent Sanders. That guy's been to the Caymans 5 times in the last year.
Setting up accounts. Thanks, Dev.
A few more signatures and Largo Markets will own Cloud 9, and you will be a very wealthy woman.
I just want to make sure it's the right move.
Of course. And I know these last few days have been really hard. But trust me, this is your best move, all right?
Brent Sanders.
This is a private meeting.
Not anymore.
Why'd you hire a private investigator to look into your colleagues?
What?
I can explain.
So explain to us why you hired Ryan Turner.
$5 million for me if I get the price down 15%.
Largo Markets got Cloud9 at a discount. He was going to get a payout.
That is ridiculous.
We know about the offshore accounts.
Okay, I've had enough of this. This is insulting.
Sarah knew what the company was worth. That's why she wasn't willing to accept your appraisal. The number that you two fought over, who gave it to you?
You did.
Right, so Turner got back to you with stories about her past and the grow-up, and you thought you could blackmail her into selling the company.
She wasn't going to sell. You killed her?
I did not kill her.
You tried to pin it on Max.
Forensics is pretty amazing. A few flakes of skin under her fingernails, and it's all over for you.
I imagine we'll find scratches on your arms.
You killed Sarah and you tried to frame Max?
Jen, you can't possibly believe.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Oh. You're under arrest for the murder of Sarah Wembley.
It's okay.
I heard congratulations are in order.
You heard correctly.
I appreciate your efficiency.
Even though it means Johnny's bar will remain open.
You got a killer off the street, Alvin.
And there are other ways to satisfy the powers that be.
Not to worry. I'll figure something out.
This whole way. About the same. 200.
Well, the news cycle gets its ritualistic killer and a frame job to boot.
And forensics found Sarah's DNA all over the back of Brent's car.
Largo Markets is under investigation for corporate espionage, and Jennifer's gonna keep the company.
And her and Max Hauser might work it out after all.
I suppose it's never too late to tell the truth.
All right.
So she parked in my spot again. What am I supposed to do?
I think you're gonna exit the car.
It's a good idea.
It's not bad.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm glad. You see about this case we closed today.
Is it true he already set up accounts in the Caymans?
Confidential, but true.
Wow. Are we telling secrets tonight, Toby?
Actually, yeah, we are.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, this is freaking me out a little.
I've told you that I read faces.
Right.
That is not true.
Okay, so what do you do?
I read people's minds, thoughts.
I deliver baby elephants. Sometimes polar bears. Midway for all species, really.
It's fair. I know it sounds crazy. All right, look. This couple here, looks like they're arguing. He's gonna get down on his knees and propose. She's gonna say no and walk out of here. Then he's gonna call his friend to grab some drinks to drown his sorrow.
Okay, I got it. You know them. Is that it? You had a heavy case, and now you're trying to lighten things up with a practical joke. That's really funny.
It's not a joke. It's who I am, it's what I do. But I've been afraid to tell you because it's ruined every single relationship I've ever had. This woman in the red, she wants her check. But she also wants dessert.
You're saying you can read my mind?
I can't read yours. I don't know if that's because of your epilepsy or the medication. I think that's why we work. Because I have no idea what you're about to say or do, and I love that. So you gotta help me out. I have no idea what you're thinking. You believe me?
I don't know what to believe. I'm sorry.
Mai bắt đầu quay chưa ăn rồi ạ. Quay đúng 20 tập. Một ngày 20 tập không? Thế là ngon rồi, sáng ngày tập, chiều ngày tập. Tập là bao nhiêu tiền là không đủ nữa. Ngày 20 tập làm đủ kéo được. Đúng rồi. Đó. Mình ngồi meeting còn được 20 tập. 20 tập là ít đấy. 2 nhân 5 có 100 phút, 1 tiếng rưỡi. Xe đâu có chỉ thế. Được tiếng thì được 2 tiếng. Đâu nó qua 7 phút đâu. 7 phút. 2 phút, 4 phút. 3 tiếng. 3 tiếng. Chung là mai bắt nó quay tầm 50 tập một ngày. Không kịp cầm quay. Không kịp cầm ở nhà mà quay lên sớm quay, mẹ 2 giờ hơn mới lên, muốn chịu. Anh không để ý may mà anh để ý, em không để ý. Quay tí trên tôi làm gì chơi đó đâu. Cảm ơn mọi người, video đây nha.